Good morning. Today is the pre-market report for 10th March 2022. Basically, first let's talk about the performance this week. The performance this week has been good because on Tuesday I had said a bottom, and as I have said in the past, the bottom was formed at 15,711 and 34,425. After which we have had a very good up move up till yesterday's market close. Now, today I'm seeing a lot of excitement on social media as everyone is looking at the DAX and everything, and seeing an 8% move there and getting very happy. So now the big question is, how are we going to trade? Today I expect it to be very volatile on both sides because there's all the state election results which are coming out. They said the vote counting starts at 8 a.m. So throughout the day there will be, I would say, sudden bumps that will be visible on the shorter time frame charts of, let's say, 3-5 minutes, 5 minutes. But I expect it to be a very bumpy day, and it will reward both sides of traders. Now, if the market wants BJP to win, and that does happen, then naturally there will be a huge spike. And if it loses somewhere like UP, then we are going the other way. However, now let's look at the open. At the open, the SGX Nifty is trading around 16,610, which is a huge premium to what we price we closed at, which was 16,365. So now the big question is whether we will be basically opening around that, or we will cool down a bit by 9 o'clock. Because also yesterday we see the cost of carry was very high in the index trading. Now let's look at the American market. The American market basically has reached the 50-day moving average in the 3-hour and 4-hour chart, and is facing resistance there. And it's also reached one of my favorite moving averages on the daily chart, not the 20-day, and it is facing rejection there. Now that's going to be a more important test for it to break than even the 20-day moving average. The moving average is currently priced around 13,880. If it breaks that, then it will breach the 20-day moving average with force. If it gets rejected there, then it will go back to the bottom. So the situation is similar with basically all the other American indexes too. When you open them, even when I open on my other screen to see my system, yes, the situation is similar. All got rejected the 50-day moving average, and now going to try to cross over. Now coming for intraday trading today. Now intraday trading, I have taken the liberty of drawing the lines today in advance. Let me move my face 1 second. There, yes. Now on the upside, when we look at the SGX Nifty, I expect the Nifty to open around this zone between 16,650 and 16,696 if things were to stay the same as they are right now. If it opens a bit below this zone or within the zone, then this zone is the first resistance to consider. But this zone will be very tough for the index to cross, because when I am looking at my quad charts, I'm seeing basically there's a lot of resistance present here. There are basically very many quad resistance lines from different time zones matching here. So if it clears here, then it's going to have a very strong up move further on. This is a very major hurdle for Nifty. Hurdle number 1 and hurdle number 2. Hurdle number 2 is the change of polarity level we were talking about when I started the pre-market videos, and the market was collapsing and it was getting rejected at the change of polarity levels. So that is hurdle number 1, and that's hurdle number 2. If it crosses both the hurdles, then it will go up very nicely, very powerfully, I would say. Now so basically the resistance is to watch 16435 to 470 will be broken at the market open. Then the next one is 16650 to 16705, which I said is the big hurdle one. Then 16875, which is a quant resistance zone that is slightly above the change of polarity level. So that shows the importance of that area. So that's hurdle number 2. And then if they break that, 16983. I don't expect it today. Even I know people are dreaming of 1,000 points in Nifty on social media, but I believe those are just dreams. I don't believe it will cross there in a good way, because that is a huge move on its own. On the support front, 16125, 16030, 15920, and 15840. Now when you come to the bank Nifty, people say they want a full chart, so let's open the full chart now since we only look at Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty, sorry, this is Nifty again. Okay, now when you look at the Bank Nifty, this is the up move which was very profitable yesterday. Now we see basically there's one resistance zone at 34,150 and 34,520. How the Nifty is looking at the gap up, if it maintains that, we'll open somewhere in the middle, smack dab in the middle of this zone. So this is going to be this will be the very important resistance as initial resistance, I would say, because this is the 200-day moving average forming and the quant resistance zone which is present, and it's the quant resistance zone is slightly above the gap down resistance zone. Then if it breaks that, 34,520, 35,165, and then 750 to 850. Now I could have given targets above that, but this is going to be hurdle 1.
It's 7:30.
Hurdle 1 for Bank Nifty and hurdle 2 for Bank Nifty. Why I say that is what is going on in the Nifty. There's a lot of resistance within a zone that is in this range for the Bank Nifty. But you can say 35,850 to 36,050. In fact, let us modify it so it is clear. Basically, you can say 35,850 to 36,050 is a lot of quant resistance zones between there that are going to sandwich the hell out of the Bank Nifty. So if it manages to clear that, then we'll have a very fast up move up to the change of polarity level at 36,635. Nevertheless, an up move basically of this strength will need a lot of short covering to come in. It will not happen without a good amount of short covering. Because right now, what I was seeing yesterday, the put writers are sitting in their position, call writers are also sitting in their positions. No one is blinking an eye first. I'm to suppose 33,350, 33,150, 32,750 and 32,425. I'm paying more attention to the resistance zones today because of the gap up which is occurring. So now the gap up, once if it gets rejected, then you start treating these quant support zones, quant resistance zones, you can treat them as support zones afterwards while going down. Because I believe we'll trade in both sides because of market volatility, unless there's only short covering throughout the day. Thank you for listening, and do like and subscribe to the channel. And when we reach an important zone, I will try to tweet about it. And yes, thank you.